Okay, let's see what it looks like in practice. Justin, bring the house back up, if you would. Have a seat. let's give Justin like a so lukewarm applause. Yeah. Here's the reason. The guy's already in foreclosure. It's been less than 15 minutes. You may have set a record for the fastest foreclosure ever in the history of mankind. Okay? Who's the lender? The lender, what's your name there? Stacy. Stacy Savings Bank, SSB. You look at the buildings in downtown Santa Barbara, you see this is Wells Fargo, Citibank, Bank of America, SSB. State, why are you foreclosing on this great guy?
Didn't pay us loan.
Oh, quibble. Why didn't you pay her?
She got behind. Keep up with it.
All right. Let me see what we can do about it. I'm going to give you two things. I'm going to give them a grant deed. A grant deed. What's a grant deed? Anybody?
No.
What? What's a grant deed? It's ownership of the house. Is it recorded? Yes. Where's it recorded? Yeah, the recorders, not the courthouse. The county recorder's office. Okay, don't make that mistake. I'll really beat you. Okay. And then he has a loan, right? Has a loan with Stacy Savings Bank. How much is the loan for? $240,000. Evidenced by a promissory note. Is the note recorded? No, the note's not recorded. The deed of trust that secures the note is recorded. The note is never recorded. Got a lot to learn, huh? Okay, hold those up. Do a Vanna White imitation for us, if you would. I'm going to hold your house. Oh, no. Hold this house for a second, all right? Okay, good. All right, now, who wants to be my investor? I need a volunteer. Okay, come on up. Okay, what's your name?
Patty.
Patty, give Patty a round of applause. Okay, Patty. Here's what I want to tell you. I want to do it out of earshot of him so he can't hear what I'm talking about. I want you to go up to him. Here's $5,000. Here's 10 for the bank. We'll spend it. Now, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go up and see him. I want you to understand he's in foreclosure. I want you to offer him $5,000, and you're going to take over responsibility for making the payments on his mortgage. Okay, see if you can get him to do that. Little person.
Hi, Justin. I'm Patty.
Hi, Patty.
And had heard that you're having a little trouble paying your mortgage, and I wanted to buy you out for $5,000 and take over your note for you. That way you have money to move.
Hold on, Jessica. You go up.
No.
So $5,000, I can move out of my house and get away from this headache.
Yeah, and I'll take over the payments for you, the promissory notes.
That's pretty good.
All right, thank you. We'll sign all the paperwork.
Shake hands.
All right, well done.
Give him her the documents. Give her the new grant deed. I'll take the old one. The new grant deed. Okay? You forgot to give her the house.
Oh, hey, my favorite color. Yeah.
Okay. Everybody wants to be a comedian in this room. Justin, what are you left with?
$5,000.
Get out of here. Give him a round of applause. So Patty sits here. Let me hold the house. Hold the house for her. Now you do your Vanna White imitation. Okay, new grant deed now with her name on it. So who owns the house? Patty owns Patty owns the house, right? But whose name is on the loan right now? Justin's name stays on the loan, but who's responsible for making the payments? Patty is. Got it? Okay, now you're still in foreclosure, so we've got to deal with Stacy Savings Bank. So let's talk about Stacy Savings Bank for a second.
So why would I want to walk away from that, still having the liability in my name?
Because you won $5,000.
It's a good profit.
Right? Okay, so let's deal with Stacy Savings Bank. Does Stacy want the house back?
Nope.
What does Stacy want? She wants money, right? Banks are a horrible situation right now with cash flow. They're desperate for money. They don't want any more properties. I just saw an ad in the Santa Barbara paper yesterday. It said, buy a toaster to get a bank for free. So we're going to take advantage. Of the situation right now by getting her to agree to work with us. All right. So you're going to say 4 things to Stacy. If you could get some paper and take some notes, Patty, give her some notes, and everybody else get notes because she's going to need a lifeline. I feel sorry for you. You've seen this 10,000 times. Like, it's still funny. Justin, you cannot have the house back. What are you doing? It's too late. You didn't make the payments. You got $5,000. Don't renege. Okay, here we go. Number 1. You tell Stacy if you bought the house from Justin, subject to, and that you're now responsible for making the payments. Told her never to call me here. That's true. Now I am worried. Okay, number 2. You tell Stacy you've got $10,000 here to bring the loan current. Stacy's required to take it because Patty now owns the home. Okay. Number 3. Ask Stacy to waive the due on sale. To stop the foreclosure. Stop the foreclosure. Now, she's required to because the loan's current. She can't keep the foreclosure going, but I want it to be a formal request. Okay? In essence, what you're asking for is a notice of rescission to be recorded, but we'll just say stop the foreclosure. Okay? And number 4, this one's a little bit more complex. Ask Stacy to, you ready? Waive the due on sale clause. Let me spell it for you. DUE-ON-SALE. Due on sale clause. Anybody know what it means?
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoa, Sam, that came out of left field. Okay.
Yeah, it means you don't have to pay it all at once.
No, it's reverse.
You have to pay it all.
Yeah, it's reverse.
Yeah, due on sale.
Okay, Stanley's got it. Okay.
If
Actually,
you
let
waive
me...
it, you don't.
What's
If
that?
you don't waive it, you do.
Now I'm really confused. Sam does a workshop when I finish tonight at 10 o'clock on how to deal with the due on sale. First of all, how to explain it would be. Okay, here we go. Let me add to it, though. The legal definition is the lender has the right but not the obligation to call the loan due when the property is sold or transferred. Does the lender want to call the loan due and have to end up with a property? No. Lenders are waiving due on sales right now all the time. Let me just tell you off the record. Turn that off for a second. So like I was saying, all lenders are great. All right, here we go.
Okay, so I'm...
If you have a problem with any of those 4, just deal with her one-on-one. But if you have a problem with any of those 4, you have a lifeline. Everyone in the room will help you.
So do you want me to go and...
Oh, I want you to physically go down there, go around where Stephanie is, and good luck. Let's give her a little encouragement. A little encouragement.
I just purchased a house from Justin. He's in foreclosure, and I bought it from him subject to. And also, I have here $10,000 that is delinquent.
Thank you.
So that would make the loan current. And so I'm also requesting that you stop foreclosure and at the same time waive the due on sale clause for me.
And that'll be fine.
All right, thank you. Nice to
Shake
meet
hands.
with you.
Whoa, that was easy. Stacy's SSB must be in real dire shape.
No.
Watch out. Watch out. Tomorrow, have a seat. Have a seat.
My friend is holding it for me.
Watch out. Tomorrow at 3 o'clock, they're going to shut you down. They come in the door Fridays at 3 o'clock, it's all over.
I get paid.
She got her 10 grand, she doesn't care. Okay, now, question.
Why did you tell the bank about the subject too? And then if the bank says no, Yours.
Well,
Full
then,
disclosure. No, that's
no,
not
but
yet.
you're telling
Full
Justin
disclosure.
that you'll only purchase it if the bank will do the subject to, right?
Yeah, because if they won't accept it, you're going to pull away.
Is there a particular department you call at the bank who?
Foreclosure department will refer you to the department that will handle those kind of negotiations. Okay? Yes.
If the person's in doing a loan modification in the process with the bank and then then get them around, what's the situation with that?
Doesn't matter. You go forward anyway. This is on.
So you would talk with the owner first, see if they want to do the deal, and then you would tell the bank.
Well, you sign a contract with the homeowner.
So, okay, so you
You're
tie the
going to
property
show that contract to the lender as part of it.
before you take the risk of actually paying the homeowner. You talk to the bank.
No, because in California there's a 5-day rescission rule, which I'm going to cover later, but now that you brought up, I better talk about it now. California has a 5-day rescission rule, which means when you and Justin do the deal, you can sign a contract, but Justin has 5 days to rescind, which means you don't give him any money for 5 days. And Justin, you can't give her the grantee for 5 days. I don't normally cover that right now, but I will right now for this purpose. So what do you do during the 5 days while you're waiting for Justin?
You talk to the bank.
You talk to the bank. So assuming it's not blank and blank, you can go for it. Yes.
Would you do that through an escrow, or you draw it up yourself, the deeds?
No
And
time for escrow. It's just a couple days. You don't
so
need
just
escrow for
deed, you
that.
draw the deed
Oh,
up?
Yeah, you don't
Okay.
need it. Yes.
Okay, and since it's subject to, they don't check your credit or anything?
They're not allowed.
Okay, they're not allowed. Why should, she just walks and says, this is what we're doing, they'll go, okay.
Or show them the contract. The contract says
Well,
something.
I understand that, but
Contract that
she's the
you
one,
have to-
she has a responsibility of making the payments at that point in time.
Exactly.
So it's a good faith situation, or?
She's responsible for making the payments, period.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is,
But won't
she
they-
just takes that over and
But
that's
don't
it?
them changing the deed? and
Yeah,
putting it
I
in
mean,
your
she
name?
goes-
No. The whole, show what you got. Show what you got. Let's finish this up.
Okay.
Upside down. You're never going to do it with good man away. Okay. Whose name is the grantee? Watch this. Whose name is the grantee in?
Yeah.
Patty's. It's recorded. She owns the property. But whose name is the loan in? Justin. So when she makes the payment, she's making it on an account at the bank in Justin's name, right? Right. Now watch this. When Patty makes the payments, this is a win-win. When Patty makes the payments on a loan in Justin's name, whose credit gets improved?
Yes.
Justin's. And that's what his credit looks like. He hasn't made payments in 8 months. It's trash, right? She's going to make the payments. The credit's going to go up. Is that a win for him? Yes. When Patty makes the payments on a loan in Justin's name, who gets the tax deductions? Patty. Why? Because Patty's making the payments. You see? Is that a win for her?
Yes.
It's a win-win for both sides. Does that help out?
Yeah.
Okay. So I know there's going to be one negative naysayer in the room who's going to ask the inevitable question. Go ahead. It's not you.
Who was the right of rescission again? The seller or the buyer? The seller.
Well, in reality, both do, but we're more
Oh,
concerned
okay.
about the seller rescinding, the homeowner.
So if I'm
has-
the one buying it, and if I can't get the lender to waive, could I
you're
rescind
going to
it?
rescind. You're not going to. First of all, you haven't paid the $5,000, and you're going to rescind the contract.
But I could rescind it. There is a.
Yes.
I've never heard of 5 days rescind. Okay.
Well, see, what's a contract? How many days for a contract in California? A contract, 3 days. Contract, California, 3 days. If it's foreclosure and it's owner occupied, it's 5 days. Just that's what you need to know. Yes.
Are there some states where you do a subject to and not even deal with the bank, but just take over the payments?
You know, if it were a hot economy and things are going great and banks were in good position, I probably might try that. And, you know, my publisher said to me on the new book, you know, how are you going to cover it? And I sort of cheated. I covered both ways. And then I came down saying that when banks are in a bad situation, why not get them now to waive the due on sale? Because they're so vulnerable.
They're more likely to do it than they would in a good economy.
Exactly. So use that as your guidepost. Yes?
Would anything happen to Justin's credit if Patty stops paying her loan?
Yeah, of course. Of course. But let's get this straight, because there's the question I was waiting for.
He's credited.
Like, who's the negative person in the room? The naysayer is back there, Stephanie. But watch
I'm looking
Stephanie.
out for Justin, because
Yeah.
that might be a good deal for him.
Yeah, hold on.
Depending on the loan, the interest and so on, you want to get it.
Marine? Marlene? Say that again? What?
If the interest is like high, or you know that it's going to go up in 1 year, during that
You may not want to. You still may want to because you could always refinance, get that readjusted. So that's not a big problem either. Let's deal with Stephanie's question. Okay. Let's establish the fact first that you're going to be putting $5,000, maybe another $10,000, maybe not into these homes. Don't do this and then not make the payments. Are we clear about that? It doesn't make any sense.
That's what Justin did.
That's what Justin did. Yeah, let's not let that happen. Yes.
So you said he's living in it, which is what gives you 5 days.
Yes.
So now he also has to vacate, and there's that.
Yeah, but you don't pay him any money until I see the house, like the moving vans in the driveway. Then I make the payment. And by the way, I don't always give them $5,000. Sometimes I've given homeowners like first and last, the place to move. For one homeowner, and I actually paid for the moving vans. You can do all kinds of deals. Okay? I give her a little round of applause for helping us out. Okay. Is that helpful?
Yes.
All right. You hold on to it, because we're going to torture you in a minute. Stacy, you still open? They shut you down.
I'm open and the check's deposited.
Check's cash. All right, here's a case study on equity purchase. Sorry, guys. This is Robin Mills in Manhattan Beach. I've never owned properties before, but after Lloyd's boot camp, I purchased 2 properties in rapid succession. First, I did an equity purchase with a distressed homeowner in Whittier. Then I found a short sale down the street, made a great deal. I'm now the proud owner of, she actually has 4 now. A proud owner of 3 properties and looking for more. Lloyd's an incredible mentor. Thank you, thank you. He's always accessible and his techniques are easy to understand and apply. Robin Mills, Manhattan Beach, California. Here's Jerry Nisei in Sacramento. Never bought houses so fast. George and I attended Lloyd's boot camp last month. The next week we found a distressed homeowner in San Bernardino, made a quick deal. We gave her $3,000, took over her mortgage payments to Wachovia, which is now Wells Fargo. We brought the loan current, took it out of foreclosure, did the whole deal in 3 days. 3 days. 3 days. Lloyd's an incredible mentor. We've heard that before. And we can go back to the boot camp over and over and over again, no additional cost. Jerry Nisei in Sacramento. Okay, let's look at the reverse situation. Negative equity. Remember, up till now we've been dealing with positive equity, and we've been dealing with the situation where I gave you, there's 4 options of strategies how to buy. We used 1, equity purchase. Now let's look at negative equity. Negative equity, the house is worth less than the loan. Everybody see that? Okay, so the house is underwater, right? That's what they say, the house is underwater. It's worth less than the amount of the loan. So who's going to come to the rescue for this? Who's going to come to the rescue?
We are.
No, I am. Lloyd, because it's underwater. Okay? Let me show you how we're going to do this. We're going to do a short sale. Now I have 3 strategies on how to buy properties. One of which, negative equity properties. One of which is short sale. I've got 2 others which are more complex. We'll cover them in the boot camp. Right now, let's just deal with the short sale because it's the sexy one. Everybody wants to talk about short sale. On the short sale, what I want you to do, let's go back and look at this house. Okay? On a short sale, how many have done short sales in the room? Wow, a couple of you. Great, great. Okay. How many have done them as a realtor representing one of the parties? Okay, you guys? Yeah, also? And how many have done the short sale as the buyer? Oh, wow, that's a great group, great group. Okay, so on a short sale, let me give the tricks to everybody else in the room that doesn't understand. Ignore the loan amount. Ignore it. Let's just look at the value of the house. Okay, and I want everyone, for the 3rd and last time tonight, to write down a number that you would want to buy this house for. Now, keep in mind, you want to buy it as cheap as possible, right? Right? Right. Okay. But if you offer too low, the lender's going to say, no, I'd rather foreclose and then sell it as an REO. If it's too high, you're going to leave money on